Howdy everyone, it's Sam. Hope you're doing really well. If you're new around here, hope I can get you to consider liking the content and subscribing to the channel. And if you are a regular around these here parts, thank you very much for the continuous support. What an absolutely brilliant weekend of NFL playoffs footy that we all just witnessed. That was such a good weekend, man. Let's get stuck into the divisional round of the playoffs for 2022-2023. Game number one takes place Sunday morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time. The Kansas City Chiefs versus the Jacksonville Jaguars from Arrowhead Stadium. The Chiefs are $1.21 favourites to the Jacksonville Jaguars, $4.45 outsiders. This is the first time ever the Jaguars and the Chiefs have met in the playoffs. Chiefs, throughout this season, have struggled against teams that they should have put away rather easily. And going off the top of me dome, or going off of history, teams that tend to have the bye, one of those teams doesn't come quite back into form. And I think between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't know, I'm sensing that the Chiefs actually might find themselves in quite a dogfight against the Jacksonville Jaguars. However, the Jaguars, whilst they have won the past two games in a row, their games have not been perfect. They were down against Tennessee. They were down against the Los Angeles Chargers in a massive, massive way. So kudos to them for getting back into it, but they cannot afford to start slow again, because Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, they'll combine and absolutely demolish the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Chiefs, defensively, while they do leak points, they're going to be a completely different proposition for them come this Sunday morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Do I give the Jaguars a sniff? Well, sports bets say $4.45. That's massive on the Jaguars, bro. I do give them like a slight chance. I think this game will be 1-12, but at Arrowhead, the Chiefs, I think, will be in for a bit of a thriller, in my opinion. And I think the Chiefs are going to win this one 1-12. And game number two on Sunday morning here in Australia is the NFC East rivalry game. Philadelphia Eagles versus the New York Giants. Philadelphia are coming into the game as $1.26 favourites. The Giants are $3.90 outsiders. I even think that that's a little bit too much on the Giants. These two sides, I think they've played each other 5 times or just the 4 times in playoff history, and it's the Philadelphia Eagles who have the ledger at the moment. Philadelphia Eagles, they're coming in a little bit battered and bruised. Maybe Jalen Hurts is coming in a little bit underdone. He's only played the one game in about a month or so, but it is probably a much well-deserved break for the rest of that side. And the last time that these two sides played, yes, it was back in the final week of the regular season. Yes, the Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles both took players out, but the final score was only about a 6 or 7 point difference in the end, leaning the way of the Philadelphia Eagles. So the Giants can take a bit of confidence out of it. They were never really going to win it, but they did find themselves a way to stick with them long enough or close enough, but obviously not get across the line. I think this is going to be a really close game as well, bro, but just the form of the Philadelphia Eagles, I do think it's a little bit like that. I do think the Philadelphia Eagles have fatigued, especially in the last quarter of the regular season, but they have been the best team all year for a serious reason, bro. I think they might have too many points in them. Defensively, I think they might leak a few, but I think they might just have too many points for this New York Giants defense, who have fought valiantly all year. So I'm going to go the Philadelphia Eagles to win this one 1-12 in a beauty. The next day, Monday morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time, the Buffalo Bills host the Cincinnati Bengals in an AFC showdown. The Buffalo Bills are $1.39 favourites. The Cincinnati Bengals are $3.01 outsiders. This is going to be an emotional, amazing game of footy, in my opinion, out there at Highmark Stadium out there at Buffalo. The Buffalo Bills had a really tough, stern test against the Miami Dolphins. A little bit concerning that they leaked 31 points, and it got so damn close at the end there with the Miami Dolphins, who were playing with their third string quarterback. For the Cincinnati Bengals, they also were taken to the limit. Yes, Baltimore Ravens defense has been quite good this year, and they are rivals as well, but the Cincinnati Bengals, they had a piece of fortune go their way, and Sam Hubbard ran 90 odd yards to score the game-winning touchdown with about 10 minutes remaining, and then thankfully their defense, the Cincinnati Bengals, kept the Baltimore Ravens from scoring that touchdown at the end. This is going to be incredible. We know what happened with Damar Hamlin. Maybe Damar Hamlin might even be inside the stadium to watch, but this might be the game of the weekend. This is going to be incredible. And the last time that these two sides met, yes, you had that drama on the field, but the Bengals were up 7 points to 3 early on in that second quarter or thereabouts. So Bengals, they might take a little bit of confidence out of it. I think this is going to be so close. I think $3 about the Bengals is fantastic value as well. But in Buffalo, I can't go past the Bills, bro. If it was being played in Cincinnati, I still might even tip the Bills, but it'd be just a little bit closer. But yeah, I think the Buffalo Bills are going to get this one. And I think that then makes it Kansas City versus Buffalo in Atlanta next week. And the final game of the divisional round playoff weekend is on Monday morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time. The San Francisco 49ers take on the Dallas Cowboys. The 49ers are $1.50 favourites and the Cowboys are $2.60 outsiders. This is another rivalry game. It is not a divisional rivalry game, but these two sides have history since the late 70s, early 80s, and so on and so forth. This has a lot of feeling in it. These two sides met last year in the playoffs as well, and unfortunately the Dallas Cowboys half buggered it. The San Francisco 49ers won out there at AT&T Stadium in a thriller. Dak Prescott, the Dallas Cowboys absolutely obliterated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a couple of days ago. Meanwhile, the San Francisco 49ers, damn it, they defeated the Seattle Seahawks, keeping them to only one touchdown in that second half. Oh man, that was such a good first half or three quarters for Seattle. God damn it. This is going to be fascinating. I don't know if the Dallas Cowboys can really back up the energy, back up the defense that they displayed against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against this San Francisco 49ers offense. But defensively, the 49ers, while they are arguably the best defense in all of NFL, they have licked some points. They have looked a little bit vulnerable over the past month or so, so they may need to tighten up. And just mentally, the Dallas Cowboys did let in a few points and made a few mistakes in that last quarter, in particularly against the Buccaneers. Not giving them a sniff, but they would have preferred to have kept a clean sheet, obviously. This is going to be so close, man. Well, I think Buffalo and Bengals is going to be the game of the weekend. This is a really close second. I don't know. Is it more so the San Francisco 49ers run? Is there just an unsuspected loss coming their way? Or is Dallas Cowboys win last week, is that the flick of the switch? Is that what makes them catch fire and takes them to the Super Bowl? And they've looked like, in parts, a Super Bowl team throughout most of the regular season this year. But I can't go past the San Francisco 49ers. And while they're on an 11-game winning streak, I still think that at the moment, they are the best team in the NFL. Yes, the Philadelphia Eagles had a much better start to the season, but I think right now, the best team in NFL are the San Francisco 49ers. That attack, that offense by the boys from Santa Clara is insane. It's absolutely insane. So I'm going to tip the San Francisco 49ers to win. That means that I'm tipping all the home sides to win this weekend. Oh man, there might be an away upset. There may be an away upset. I hope there is. A bit of chaos is always good. Thank you very much for the continuous support, guys. Really looking forward to this weekend. This is going to be a huge weekend for playoffs footy. Hope your team wins, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Adios.